Hello to Mama Flo. We're going to be doing this routine today.
Welcome to the 20-minute Mama Flow routine. We'll begin in a child's pose. Take your knees as wide as comfortable. Rest your forehead down onto your mat or on stacked fists. And take a moment to just relax. As you feel your breath travel up and down your spine and all around your baby. Slowly rise. Meet me in downward facing dog. With a little bit of a wider stance today to make room for your belly. Now take a walk up to the top of your mat, and anywhere in the first half of your mat is fine. Separate your feet mat distance nice and wide. Generously bend your knees to fold forward from your hips. Let your head hang heavy. And let your smooth, deep breath travel up and down your spine so you can release tension with each exhale. To add a chest expansion, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Press your knuckles up to the ceiling. Let your head hang heavy once more. And find your deep breath. Now release your hands. Tuck your chin. With the bend in your knees, slowly unroll all the way up to standing, hugging your belly in all the way up. When you rise, reach your arms overhead for a mountain pose. Be mindful that you're not dumping into your lower back, so anchor your weight down evenly through your feet. Tuck your tailbone just slightly. With your belly hugging in, stand tall for the crown of your head. Now grab onto your left wrist, turn your left palm up, and lean over to your right side. Just lengthening out your left side body. And come back to center and switch. Grab onto your right wrist, turn your right palm up, lean into your left side. Then come back to center, and for a mini back bend, bend both elbows open like a cactus and lift up through your heart. Keep your tailbone pressing forward so you're not dumping into your lower back. Inhale back to mountain pose, arms up. As you exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips and bend your knees at any point to soften this fold. Set up a halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins and press your heart forward, finding a nice long spine. Inhale. Then exhale, forward fold. And let's go one breath, one movement. Mountain pose as you breathe in, come all the way up. When you reach the top, grab onto your left wrist, dive to your right. Inhale back to mountain pose, switch grip. As you exhale, dive to the left. Inhale back to mountain pose, then mini back bend as you exhale. Lift up through your heart, elbows bend open. As you inhale, come back to mountain pose. As you exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Halfway lift, find your flat back as you breathe in, hands slide up your shins. Then forward fold as you breathe out, really fold. Again, mountain pose, come all the way up. Then grab your left wrist and dive to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, grab your right wrist and dive to the left. Inhale back to center. Mini back bend as you exhale. Come back to mountain pose, inhale. and forward fold as you exhale. So keep it going with your breath. Halfway lift on your breath in, flat back, and forward fold as you breathe out. Now sit back into a chair pose with your feet still nice and wide. Reach your arms overhead. And sit deep enough that you can feel the muscles in your legs firing. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, reach your right arm back and left arm forward. Gentle twist through your upper body as you stretch through your reach. Next inhale, back to chair pose, both arms overhead. And as you exhale, reach your left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, back to chair pose, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, come all the way down. One more halfway lift, lengthen. Then this time, toe wheel your right foot closer to the center of your mat and step your left foot back, setting up for a warrior two. So spin your left heel down and slowly rise as you reach your right arm forward, left arm back. Sink into your hips and keep your right knee tracking open. And throughout these warrior postures, keep your belly hugging in. So for extended side angle, take your right forearm to your right thigh and reach your left arm overhead. You're welcome to take a traditional variation, but this modification will help you focus on keeping your core engaged and your belly pulling in. Using that core engagement, find reverse warrior. Reach your right arm high, legs stay the same as you lengthen your right side body. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Gracefully step your left foot forward for a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold and step your right foot back. Spin your right heel down and rise up, open up into warrior two. Arms reaching front and back. Take a peek down, make sure your left knee is tracking open. Shoulders are soft, but your arms are strong. And baby is hugging in. From here, set up your extended side angle. Take your left forearm to your left thigh as you reach your right arm overhead. Lengthen through your whole right side body as you spiral open and lean back. Stay strong and calm. For reverse warrior, reach your left arm high. Breathing in and out through your nose as you lengthen your left side body. Maintain that deep bend in your left knee. Big inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Step your right foot forward into your wide leg fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. For chair pose, sit back nice and deep. Let's flow one breath, one movement. As you exhale, reach your right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale back to chair pose, both arms up. Exhale to reach your left arm back. Inhale back to chair pose. As you exhale, forward fold. For one more halfway lift. Then fold and step your left foot back, setting up your warrior two. Inhale, open up. Exhale to extended side angle. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm up. As you inhale, reverse warrior, slow and smooth, reach your right arm up. Then exhale, take both hands down to the mat, step your left foot forward. For halfway lift in between, inhale. Exhale to fold, step your right foot back. Warrior two on your breath in, open up. To extended side angle as you breathe out, left forearm down, right arm high. Inhale to reverse warrior, left arm high. Slow and smooth as you exhale, both hands down to the mat, step your right foot forward for halfway lift, breathe in. And meet me in a seated position on your mat to take a sip of water. As you feel your whole body calm down. And whenever you're ready, meet me in downward facing dog.
Make the most of the day.
From down dog, inhale to reach your right leg high. As you exhale, step your right foot through to a low lunge. You might have to take a wider step, that's okay. For warrior one, spin your back heel down and reach your arms overhead. And it might be more comfortable to take a wider stance. Take your hands to your hips and physically adjust so that your right hip is pushing back, left hip pulling forward. And then reach your arms up as an extension of the length you're creating through the crown of your head. For a humble warrior, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Take an inhale to roll your shoulders open, press your knuckles away. As you exhale, mindfully hinge at your hips as you draw the crown of your head down towards the mat, and possibly both shoulders can slide inside of your front knee. If you want something a little bit more passive though, you can just rest both hands down on the mat inside of your front ankle. Take what works for you. Keep your breath smooth and calm, in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, rise. Reach your arms up back into warrior one. And as you exhale, open up into warrior two. For reverse triangle, straighten out both legs as you reach your right arm overhead. And keep a gentle bend in your right knee so that you're not resting in your joint. For triangle pose, hinge forward at your hips. Take your right hand down to your right shin and reach your left arm overhead as you work to spiral open, lean back, and hug your baby. On your next inhale, rise. Take your hands to your hips and pivot your right toes parallel with your left. For a wide leg fold, first inhale to lift up and lengthen. Then exhale, hinge at your hips and come all the way down. Rest your hands down on the mat to support you, or even walk your hands forward a few extra inches to help adjust your hips over your ankles. To add a gentle twist, prop your hands on fingertips and find a nice long spine, flat back. Then place your right hand down directly underneath your chin and reach your left arm high, twisting through your shoulders. Keep your spine long, gaze up through your top hand. Inhale. Exhale to release your left hand down, replacing the right. Reach your right arm high. Open through your chest. Gaze up. Big inhale. Then exhale to release your right arm down. Fold even deeper. To come out, take your hands to your hips, weight in your heels, inhale to rise. Then settle into warrior two facing the front of your mat. Legs stay the same. For reverse warrior, inhale, reach your right arm high. As you exhale, take both hands down to the mat and make your way back to downward facing dog. To switch sides, reach your left leg high. Then mindfully step it through to your low lunge. For warrior one, spin your back heel down and slowly rise as you adjust your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Then reach your arms overhead and focus on creating length from your back heel to the crown of your head. So your shoulders are soft, baby is hugging in. And to add the humble warrior, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Big inhale. Exhale to hinge at your hips, slowly folding forward. as you drive the crown of your head down towards the mat. Knuckles reach up towards the ceiling, and if you modify it on either side or it just serves you better here, you can rest both hands down on the mat and the side of your front ankle. Deepen your breath. On your next inhale, rise. Reach your arms overhead for Warrior One. Then slowly open into Warrior Two. For reverse triangles, straighten out both legs, reach your left arm high. Remember not to rest into your left knee joint, but have a tiny little bend. And to set up triangle pose, hinge at your hips as you reach forward. Try not to cave forward. Then eventually let your left hand rest down on your left shin as you reach your right arm high. Spiral open through your chest. Keep baby hugging in. Breath smoothing in. Then slowly rise. Hands to your hips and pivot your left toes parallel with your right. Inhale to lift up through your heart. As you exhale, wide leg fold, come all the way down. And you're welcome to stay here in your fold. But if you want to try Skandasana, walk your hands over to the right as you deeply bend your right knee, straightening out your left leg, and flex your left toes back. It's okay if your right heel peels up slightly, and it's okay if you want to take more of a side lunge variation instead. But this should invite a lot of sensation and opening into your left inner thigh, so breathe into what you feel. And mindfully walk your hands through center to switch sides. Big bend in your left knee, right leg straightens out. Hands can help you support, whether you take the variation or not. Deepen your breath. Relax everything you don't need. And just observe sensation. Make your way back to center in your wide leg forward fold. Take a big breath in to lengthen your spine and exhale, fold even deeper. Then hands to your hips, weight in your heels. Inhale to rise. Exhale, settle into Warrior Two facing the front of your mat. For reverse warrior, inhale, reach your left arm high. As you exhale, take both hands down to the mat, make your way to downward facing dog. And pedal out the legs, inviting extra blood flow down through your calves and hamstrings. Lower down to your knees into a tabletop. And for a puppy dog pose, walk your hands forward as you melt your chest down to the mat and keep your hips above your knees the whole time. Let your forehead rest on the mat or on stacked fists. Relax all the muscles in your face as you deepen your breath in and out through your nose and observe all the sensation within this pose. Let your belly slowly relax with gravity. Relax your eyebrows, even your jaw, and smooth out your breath as you breathe in and out through your nose. And slowly walk your hands back into your tabletop. And reach your right arm up to the ceiling, stacking your shoulders. Reach your right arm all the way through until you lie down on your right shoulder and rest your right temple on the mat. Relax. And feel your breath creating space between your shoulder blades. With your left hand grounding into the mat, inhale to de-thread the needle, reach your right arm high. Exhale, come back to your tabletop, switching sides. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Then thread the needle, come all the way through so you're lying down on your left shoulder, left temple resting on the mat. Come back to a breath that keeps you calm and grounded. In and out through your nose. With your right hand grounding, inhale to de-thread the needle, reach your left arm high. Then exhale, come back to tabletop. Separate your knees even wider for a child's pose. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Surrender your forehead down to the mat. Relax your shoulders, arms, and hips as you feel your breath travel up and down your spine and all around your baby. Namaste.
Namaste. I was writing in my journal, which I do every day after yoga. So I have notes of how the flow went and can go back and see my progress. So today's mantra was make the most of today. This was the Mama Flow prenatal routine by Sarah Beth Yoga. 20 minutes long, and I will read you what I wrote. Yay, finally filmed this flow today. I still am filming as I write this. Excited to peek back at the footage and to have this as a keepsake in the happy baby journey. I enjoyed the frankincense essential oil during practice and the birds chirping in the background. I am not the most well-rested person on this Saturday afternoon, but I decided, yes, I chose to make today a pleasure to experience, hence the mantra. Recording the Mama Flow routine has brought joy and smiles into my world today. So from the mother in me to the mother in you, namaste.